now we have two eye, one eye here and one eye here. So it's like the two equal persons, people, individualities. Scissors I am. So we had to go all through this text to come to these last lines where everything turns again. Because if it was just a magic deer, how different would it be? Would it be any different?
Just a regular magic deer. No.
Just a regular magic deer. But if it belongs to somebody very cool,
It will be circle. It will be circle.
circle. Why circle?
Because hunt
Uh-huh.
and then disappointed and then disappointing hunt.
Okay. If we look at it as an image, a map of reality, which any poem is, any piece of art is, like we said.
Okay.
If we just have a free deer and a hunter,
Free deer.
just a deer and a hunter, then you can say we have two parts of reality. One is like running away, and another is trying to catch it, elusive and resourceful, thinkful. Yeah. It's just the interaction between the two.
Okay.
Yeah. But what if we have the third guy? How does it change our idea of this reality? Is it still the hunter versus the deer?
Oh, it's the hunter versus the scissor.
No, it's now it's like the deer
They are
and
competing, yeah.
the Caesar become one being, and the Caesar is bigger than the deer because she belongs to him like a slave.
But he let her walk free, the scissor.
So suddenly we have this a very big force opposing the hunter, and not that it stops him.
How do they call that? The Cain's seal? Remember, after Cain killed his brother Abel, he
Okay.
was given something that everybody could see,
Yeah.
and nobody could touch him. That's
Yeah.
like that collar.
I think it was kind of a mark of.
Yeah, it was a mark. Somebody just
Well, it's
hit
in
him on
Bible
the
it says
head.
like seal.
Yeah. Well, that's yeah,
You mean
maybe.
like kettle?
Seal, no, like a round seal. You
Yeah,
seal
I mean
documents
like
with.
you seal the kettle.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Okay, so Caesar is I am, and again we talk about Caesar. Why Caesar?
There are lots of these people.
Not the kings I am, the lords I am, the masters I am, the Caesars I am. Why Caesar?
Everybody knows Caesar.
And why don't you just say for the lords I am?
Caesar can really punish you if you touch me.
He wins.
Maybe because he's cool, everybody knows him. Also, I think because he belongs to like antiquity, same as Latin and Caesar.
Oh, that's logical.
Maybe it's like more authority.
Yeah.
Because you can't argue with antiquity. You can't question antiquity. You can't argue with
You
antiquity.
can't question classics, yeah.
Maybe.
Or Caesar's wives.
Caesar's I am. Yes. What about Caesar's wife, by the way?
She's beyond doubt. Above critic.
Yeah.
What was the say?
So whatever the deer does, she's fine. It's always the hunter's fault because the deer belongs to Caesar, and so the deer is always innocent.
She's beyond suspicion.
Okay. Noli me Tangere, for Caesar is I am, and it sounds very proud.
And Caesars, they could have many wives, many deers.
Yeah. But then again, if it's not just a goal, if it's a sort of a virtue which we try to get hold of, maybe.
Yeah.
Oh, for Caesars I am, and wild for to hold, though I seem tame.
Yep.
About it.
Don't judge the book by its cover. I I'm wild. I'm free to go anywhere, even though I look so nice and tender.
I'm not what I appear to be.
Mm-hmm. But interestingly, we finish with the word tame. Who is tame? Who is tame?
Actually, the hunter.
The hunter, yeah. We start with the idea of a hunt. So it's this excitement and power, energy,
And that's the
wildness.
idea he's building in his first
Mhm.
line,
Mhm.
then in his seventh
Mhm.
line.
Mhm.
Yeah, and when he says, I live off there, yeah,
Mhm.
and who leased her hunt, that's again building this idea
Mhm.
that he's
Mhm.
trapped.
Oh, I see.
Mhm. So we start with the idea of a hunter who wants to hunt. Although he says, I may know more, but he describes this hunt, this excitement.
It's pursuit, yeah.
But in the end, we see that he is really tame. This the chase tames him. Mhm. Wild for to hold. So again, hold, wind, wild. So we have this connection between wind and wild because we have the word hold next to it, and because wind and wild sound are a bit the same.
Mhm.
Yeah. So she's not just wind, because wind can be different. She's like wild wind. Wild wind. Wild for to hold. So again, it's interesting. Don't touch me because I'm wild to hold. How can they hold her if they're not allowed to touch her? Hmm.
I'm nervous now.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wild for to hold. You can't hold her because she's like the wind. But at the same time, if you do manage to hold her, she's wild. Though I seem tame.
You can generate power through wind.
Mm-hmm. Electricity.
Yep.
So again, we have this the whole idea in this line. She looks nice and just a deer running away. But in the end, it turns out that she has the power because she belongs to Caesar. And so we say it in the last line. Really, I'm wild, even if I look tame. Yeah, seem. Again, seem is something that is not here, it's not real. Yeah. But if
So
it-
what
it
she's saying that
seems.
Caesar and I, we have tamed you.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So she's like a wind, something you can't hold. She's elusive. She only seems. She belongs to this word of just seeming. Not illusion, but something that you can't grasp.
Ever changing.
Apparently. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Excellent.
Oh, anything else we can say here? Anything else?
Very beautiful alliterations, like as well as I may spend my time in pain and craven with diamonds and
Mhm.
letters plain, like
Mhm.
echo,
Mhm.
A, like dying away.
Yeah, May, vain, grave.
It's like he's chasing her
Plain.
and echo of his
Mhm.
steps, of
Mhm.
his, I don't know, shots or
Mhm.
whatever.
Mhm.
His attempts is dying away. It's
Yeah.
futile.
And maybe this structure also reflects it,
Mhm.
reflects this chase. But here you have all the same rhymes. They're kind of tied together. They come from one to another. A, B, B, A, B, B, A. This is a big chase. So the same steps. Then you have this smaller bit. And the end, when you realize it's all over, it's just finished. Just these separate rhymes, and also they're not just separate rhymes, they are self-sufficient. Yeah. If here you have this C, then D, D, then C, different rhymes. Here you just have one kind of rhyme, E, E. Yeah? And they're different from all that because it's the dia. Okay? Anything else?
She actually appears to be a bit like a firebird here,
Mm-hmm.
especially with these color.
You touch me, you burn my hands.
Yeah, what happens if you touch her?
Or
What
you
happens
get
if you
her
touch his deer?
hands
You-
Cut off.
by Caesar, yeah.
Get punished. In a way.
Yeah, maybe you die.
Yeah.
after you die. Maybe it's good for you if you die when you touch the deer.
Maybe
Maybe
that's the
it's
prize you get,
You touch your dream, yeah.
Mhm.
and it dies, and
You
you're punished.
you
As if
disappoint
everything dies.
Mhm.
because
So
you-
maybe
And burned.
maybe it's not as much a warning as another test.
Yep.
Maybe.
Are you good enough to touch me? Will you
Yeah.
dare?
Mhm. Because if you come all that way to
Dare to
catch
touch
the
me, yeah.
deer, and then you see this collar with a diamond letter saying, what do? Do you just
You
turn
have
around
two
and go away?
options.
Step back.
You can step back or still try to touch it.
Mhm. And
And
again,
see what
it's,
happens, yeah.
Even
it's
if
something
you
that you decide. What do you do? Do you want to risk?
Do you have it in your guts
Mhm.
to attempt
Mhm.
further,
Mm-hmm.
to go further?
Mm-hmm. So it's a very strange creature because on one hand this deer is very free, on another hand this deer is a slave to another master. And if you think about the historical background of this poem, which they say really tells about love to a king's favorite, the deer is the king's favorite. And if the king loves you, then on one hand it's very cool, on the other hand you're still a slave, and that he can kill you whenever he likes. Apparently.
Like all Christians are slaves to their master.
Mhm. Okay. Anything else here?
Mm-hmm.
Oh dear.
Why?
Okay.
Why some hay?
I leave off therefore. Okay, let's finish. So thank you for joining this hunt today.
Oh, thank you for chasing us.
Thank you. Thank you. So next time we meet in May, on the 8th of May, I think. So anyway, you can go to Shakeyburns contact. You have the dates there. Shakeyburns is the name of our little club here. Shakeyburns. You go to contact. You can find it very easily. You have all the information there, and you're welcome to use it. Oh, thank you for coming.
Thank you.
Let's go and taste some beer. Deer.
I have stigma.
Does anyone have a deer?
Idea.
What do you mean?
We have a deer. We need to chase a deer.
Here you go.
Ah,
I have it written all over